A recurring trope in American politics, going back decades, is politicians, particularly Republican politicians, playing popular songs during their campaign events that are either by artists who are strongly opposed to that politician's political agenda, feature lyrics that have been wildly misinterpreted as being patriotic,
Fortunate son,
or both. One example that appears every election cycle and will never go away is Republicans playing Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA at rallies, apparently only ever listening to the lyrics of the chorus and ignoring the verses, which paint a much less patriotic picture.
What's that song say? Yes, I was born in the USA as well.
I was born there too.
And then therefore,
the song speaks to me.
Meanwhile, an even older song that's only made its way onto the GOP campaign playlist in the last couple of years, but is equally, if not more perplexing, is Donald Trump's use of the song Y.M.C.A. by the Village People at seemingly every rally in the 2024 campaign cycle. Trump seems to genuinely enjoy the song, as well as the Village People's other hit, Macho Man. And who could blame him?
Yeah, they're both bangers.
But it's always struck a lot of people as odd that the default political party of choice for homophobes would give regular rotation to a song widely considered, going back decades, to be a gay anthem, about being gay and having gay sex with other gay men.
Yeah. I mean, just look at the Village People. Look at these guys. I guess back in the 70s, when people were less aware of gay culture, you could be forgiven for looking at this group of studs here and not having your gaydar instantly go off the charts. Mm-hmm. But even at the time, the fact that this was a disco group would have raised some eyebrows. And in the ensuing decades, it became increasingly difficult to pretend that a song like YMCA was entirely innocent and free of any innuendo. The opening verse is all about how a young man who's new in town with no place to stay and no money can visit the local YMCA and find many ways to have a good time.
Pumping iron.
And the chorus states that the YMCA has everything for young men to enjoy.
Swimming pools.
And that you can hang out with all the boys and do whatever you feel. Obviously, a lot of young gay men who had moved to the big city after being disowned by their families might feel a connection with these lyrics, especially the idea of hooking up with other gay dudes at the YMCA, which is definitely a thing that could and did happen.
Yeah. But hey, that's still just one interpretation of the song, I guess. What's impossible to deny, though, is that the Village People, it was created and marketed specifically for a gay audience and featured multiple gay members. Here's The Guardian. It is, however, undeniable that the Village People were put together in order to appeal to the burgeoning gay market as disco swept America in the late 70s. Their name comes from Greenwich Village, at that point New York's most vibrant gay neighborhood. In 1977, the French disco songwriter Jacques Morali made an album called Village People, on which Willis was the singer. When it was a hit, Morali, who died of AIDS in 1991, recruited the band in New York gay clubs and via an ad which read, "Macho types wanted, must dance, and have a mustache." He dressed them as fantasy gay male archetypes, including a cowboy, leatherman, cop, Native American, and construction worker.
Anyways, we provide all this background up front, not just to provide important context, but also to avoid being sued. Because this week, the guy who was the Village People's lead singer during the group's most successful period, and who co-wrote many of their biggest hits, including YMCA, not only denied that the song YMCA has anything to do with homosexuality, but also threatened to sue anyone who claims the song is a gay anthem.
Okay.
Here's CNN. The Village People's lyricist and lead singer has hit out at the false assumption that the band's biggest hit, YMCA, is a gay anthem. Victor Willis, who headed up the 1970s disco band and wrote the song with producer Jacques Morali, has taken to social media to insist that it was not written with the gay community in mind, and that those who suggest otherwise could soon face legal action. There's been a lot of talk, especially of late, that YMCA is somehow a gay anthem. Willis, who wrote the lyrics for the 1978 hit, said on Facebook on Monday, "As I've said numerous times in the past, this is a false assumption based on the fact that my writing partner was gay and some, not all, of the Village People were gay, and that the first Village People album was totally about gay life."
I mean, aside from all of that stuff, this song specifically was not. So, I mean, you would be mistaken for assuming that this was a gay anthem.
You're connecting dots that aren't there. Yeah, there was like multiple gay things about the Village People, but it's honestly defamatory to make such claims about YMCA.
Honestly, we had the most masculine shows around, filled with dudes.
Yeah.
Every venue.
Just
mysteriously.
Just friends.
We never figured it out. We never figured out why
You can hang out with all the boys.
Yeah. You know?
I guess our music was just too loud and too hard for the chicks.
Yeah, you look at a construction worker, a cop, you
Yeah.
say, there you go. These guys are probably, I don't know, working on something.
Yeah.
Definitely
Real
not-
men's men up there.
The article continues. This assumption is also based on the fact that the YMCA was apparently being used as some sort of gay hangout, and since one of the writers was gay and some of the village people are gay, the song must be a message to gay people. To that, I say once again, get your mind out of the gutter. It is not. The song from the band's third studio album, Cruisin'. All right.
You know, driving around in your car.
Yeah,
just,
with the top down. It's
spending time out on the road, cruising.
Yes.
Nothing gay about cruising.
Nope. The straightest thing you can do. The song from the band's third studio album, Cruisin', has spent years as an informal anthem of the LGBTQ community. But it has also been more recently embraced by Donald Trump, who's been playing it at presidential campaign rallies. A recent video posted online showed the president-elect dancing to the hit with Tesla CEO Elon Musk in Mar-a-Lago over Thanksgiving. Willis said that when writing the song, he had no idea that the YMCA was a hangout for gays. He said, I therefore wrote YMCA about the things I knew about the Y in the urban areas of San Francisco, such as swimming, basketball, track, and cheap food and cheap rooms. And when I say hang out with all the boys, that is simply 1970s black slang for black guys hanging out together for sports, gambling, or whatever. There's nothing gay about that.
No.
So you
Nothing
hang a
at
little
all.
dong in the locker room.
It's actually a straight anthem.
Yeah.
It's about just hanging out with the boys. No chicks allowed. No chicks nagging in your ear.
No, absolutely zero women
Guys'
allowed.
night.
Yep.
Guys' night at the YMCA. We're all getting pretty sweaty. Let's hit the showers.
It's a bold statement to make, especially 50 years later.
Yeah, he really held this one close to the chest for a long time.
Yeah, really let this one kind of just flap in the wind and get what you would assume was a lot of fandom and residual checks from actual gay men and gay clubs.
Well, it sounds like most of the residual checks now are coming less from the gay community, who has obviously aged quite a bit, and many of the gays who were around at that time sadly did not make it through the 80s. And it seems like more of the play that this song is getting now are from fans of Donald Trump.
Yeah. A lot of people keep coming up and asking me, hey, I love the song. Heard it at one of Donald Trump's rallies. Not gay, is it? And I have to keep telling people, no.
When I dance like this, it's not gay, is it?
No, it's not gay.
No, not at all. Not gay.
Not gay.
The article also notes that Willis at first wasn't down with Donald Trump constantly playing the song at his rallies, but he eventually gave the green light, and reporting elsewhere from recent years suggests that he's made a ton of money off of the renewed interest in the song.
There you go.
Which, listen, sure, get that bag off homophobes playing your very gay band's music, but don't piss on our leg and tell us it's raining.
Yeah.
I'm not into that kind of thing. But yeah, that seems like that's what he's doing, and he'll sue you if you disagree.
Yeah.
He said in that Facebook post, since I wrote the lyrics and ought to know what the lyrics I wrote is really about, come January 2025, my wife will start suing each and every news organization that falsely refers to YMCA, either in their headlines or alluded to in the base of the story, that YMCA is somehow a gay anthem, because such notion is based solely on the song's lyrics alluding to illicit activity, for which it does not. However, I don't mind that gays think of the song as their anthem, but you'd be hard-pressed to find YMCA on the playlist at any gay club, parade, or other activity in a way that would suggest it's somehow an anthem to the community other than alluding to illicit activity, which is defamatory and damaging to the song. But it stops in 2025.
Well, okay, we got 1 month to do it.
Yeah, okay, you're showing me just numerous, like limitless examples of the song being played at gay events going back the last 50 years. Sure, but see what I said there? I said they're only playing it because they think it's about having bathroom sex at the YMCA, which it isn't.
Yeah.
So it's not a gay anthem.
So if you do want to make claims that the song is a gay anthem, you have until January 2025. So 1 month.
Thank God.
Yeah. We got to make this song the gayest anthem possible for the next 3 weeks. Every New Year's Eve countdown, but not 1 second after.
Yeah. January 1st, that's when, every year the intellectual properties expire. This year,
The gayness expires.
the gayness expires on YMCA. YMCA fully straight in 2025.
That's right.
Enjoy the gayness of it for now. You've got 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's like one of those movies leaving a streaming platform.
Yeah.
You got to go to another stream. It still exists, but it's not the same.
Only gay till the end of the month.
Yes. So I guess we should state clearly and for the record that YMCA is an allegedly gay anthem.
Allegedly.
Of course, the Village People had a lot of members over the years filling the various roles: construction worker, cowboy, cop, Native American, soldier, leather daddy.
Straight.
And they may not all agree with Victor Willis's characterization of their biggest hit as a straight anthem. And in fact, another member has already clapped back in a Facebook post of their own. Here's Stereo Gum. David Hodo, the construction worker in the Village People, posted on Facebook about producer Jacques Morali's crucial role in writing YMCA. Morali was gay. He died of AIDS in 1991, and he assembled the Village People to represent flamboyant gay fantasy characters. According to Hodo, Morali was expressly inspired to write the song by interactions with gay porn stars who worked out at the YMCA. Hodo also disputes Willis's take that YMCA has endured because of great songwriting and not the accompanying dance developed on American Bandstand. Here's what he wrote.
Just to be clear, there would be no YMCA song without Jacques Morali. He came up with the hook, as he did with all the VP music, after Randy Jones took him to a YMCA and introduced him to several gay porn stars who worked out there. It's only slightly nauseating to hear Willis speak as though he were a Stephen Sondheim. YMCA would have disappeared from the charts for good had it not been for the fact that the kids from American Bandstand came up with the arm movements. That silly little dance is why the song has endured, not the brilliant songwriting. And I didn't know that they didn't come up with the arm stuff themselves.
Wow.
That was someone else.
Way to go, American Bandstand.
Interesting lore there.
Yeah. Now we have TikTok for that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, back in the day, you had to wait until the one night a week that American Bandstand was on so you could all learn the new dances for that week.
That's right. They were passed down by the president. He handed out the dance moves.
I decree a new dance.
Yeah.
But yeah, Willis wasn't about to let his former bandmate get the last word, so he responded with another Facebook post. Well, what have we here? David Hodo comes out his hole to comment on me and my writing partner, Jacques Morali. First of all, David, Jacques hated you and you know it. So I wouldn't put much stock in whatever you have to say about me and Jacques. Therefore, back in your hole before I crush you again, you replacement non-original Village People member who has lied for years that you're an original. The original construction worker is Mark Musler, R.I.P. And don't you forget it.
Damn, a lot of drama in this totally straight band.
Yeah, get real catty in this really straight band. I'm wondering now, Victor Willis, who is straight, like I wonder if he, like many Americans, was for a time oblivious to the obvious homosexual nature of the Village People.
I don't
Like when he was
know.
writing these songs with Jacques Morali, he's just like, yeah, the YMCA, which, you know, I used to go there to work out. And Jacques Morali's like, yes, tell me more. He's like, yeah, just dudes being dudes, hanging out, doing sports, hitting the locker rooms. And Jacques Morali's like, say more. Put it in the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is awesome. Keep going, Victor. And
You'd have to be so oblivious, it would be insane.
Man, Jacques really liked me telling him all about the various details of my time at the YMCA as a youth.
I'm not gay, I'm just a moron. I have no idea what was going on.
Like, can you imagine, like, you're, like, several albums in, the band's appearing on TV all the time, and then one of your bandmates, like, lets it slip that they're gay, and you're like,
huh.
Whoa, bro, pause.
What are our fans gonna think?
Dude, you gotta keep that.
All of our very straight, very male, young fans out there are going to be so upset.
If they find out that even a single member of the Village People is gay, it's fucking over for the Village People.
Yeah.
So
never going to
shut
survive
up.
this with the audience that we have on the tours that we're doing.
I'm going to hire you a girlfriend. Just
A
for
beard?
show. I'm going to hire you a beard. We cannot let this get out. Do not tell Jacques.
Yeah.
If Jacques finds out any member of this band is gay, he's
Historic
going to be
homophobe
so
Jacques.
upset.
Yes.
Jacques going to flip his lid if he finds out any of us are gay.
Yeah. He had to blow a guy to come up with the lyrics for this song. You think he wanted to do that? No.
He went down to the YMCA so he could like see it for himself. And he came back like 6 hours later and we wrote this masterpiece.
Yeah.
And it would just be so upsetting to him to find out that one of his creations, whether it be the cop, the construction worker, the cowboy, the leather daddy, if any of them were homosexual, it would break his heart.
At this point, I'm like wondering if someone from the Trump campaign at some point during the year reached out and was like, "Hey, can you just come out and say that this is not gay?"
A lot of people are saying that we're dancing to a gay anthem all the time. Can you?
It would do a lot of help if you could just come out and say,
We've made you a lot of money. Now return the favor.
Yes. Unless you want to end up like that rich man north of Richmond guy or whatever.
Yeah, we threw him to the curb as soon as he got off script. Anyways, apparently these two village people, they've been talking shit on each other for decades. So who really knows? It's just going to have to remain a mystery whether or not the village people made gay music. It's simply unknowable.
It's not in his control anymore.
Yeah, I mean, listen, death of the author, the world is subjective. Anything can be a gay anthem, really, if you put your gay mind to it.
Sure. The Babadook is a gay icon.
Yeah, that wasn't in the script.
It just happened to be very nice. It was a nice outcome.
But allegedly, the Babadook is allegedly a gay icon. Okay. Just to be clear. We don't know what other allegedly gay properties are becoming straight on January 1st, 2025.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But moving on from the topic of the YMCA to the topic of the guy who routinely dances to it while pantomiming jerking off two dudes at the same time. Donald J. Trump and his next administration. He has assembled quite a colorful cast of characters to run the government for the next 4 years, many of whom are extremely alarming choices in various different ways, like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. running Health and Human Services and having huge influence over healthcare in this country, despite very publicly having some utterly crank opinions on the subject.
RFK's anti-vax, anti-science health stances are obviously the biggest red flag about giving him this job. But let's not forget that he's also a total weirdo in several other ways, many of which involve dead animal corpses. He's also got that Kennedy gene that makes you try to fuck anything that moves and has a long documented history as a philanderer, including the scandal that broke just months before the election about the sexting affair he had with a journalist covering him.
When I was in my 20s, I was directionless. I asked some of my family members in the Kennedy clan, what do I do? And they said, become a philanderer. And I said, I will do just that right after I look up that word in the dictionary.
No, we said philanthropy.
No, I think he said philanderer.
Oh,
and I've been doing a great job at it, just like he said, just like my dad, just like my uncle.
These Kennedys have very selective hearing. Oh, geez. But in case you were worried that TV's Cheryl Hines would find the double whammy of her husband pivoting to MAGA while also being outed as a cheater to be a deal breaker for her marriage, good news. Good news, I guess. Couple is as happy as ever. As seen in some recent sponsored content Cheryl posted to Instagram.
No, you can't take a shower. I'm doing a video. No, you gotta give me a second. I'm doing a video for Heinz and Young. Okay, honey, the 60% off.
Well, apparently true love can
take a picture of the last fucker.
Weather all storms. This couple, there's things going on here that we don't understand, I think. And
maybe she likes that he was so aggressively pursued by a younger woman.
I mean, I can see the logic in that. I guess
it is.
It's like a lady cuck fetish.
Yeah, it's strange. Poor Cheryl.
Anyway, I mean, it seems like she's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
She's sticking with it. But speaking of RFK, he will of course have Dr. Oz working for him. But you're going to need more staff than that. There's plenty more staffing up to do, and interested candidates can apply through an online form that turns out to be, oh my God, a bit odd. We've covered how weird job application personality quizzes have gotten in recent years, and this one gives candidates a list of statements and asks them to check the boxes that most accurately describe their personality. And those statements apparently include, I don't have much interest in having sexual experiences with another person. I believe things many others don't, like having a sixth sense, clairvoyance, and telepathy. And as an adolescent, I had bizarre fantasies or preoccupations. And I consistently use my physical appearance to draw attention to myself. Check all that apply.
Yeah.
Anyways, people looked into this, and apparently this specific personality test has actually been around for a long time. And it was a personality test developed by none other than Dr. Jordan Peterson.
Oh, we're going to get to the bottom of this.
So in his own little way, Dr. Jordan Peterson's part of the new administration as well.
Finally, I can start practicing in America.
No, you can't, sir.
Oh, I guess
No.
I'll just go clean my room.
Unless we change the rules. Give him his American... I mean, actually, I think he He did live in the U.S. for a while in like the 80s or 90s. Anyway, they keep that man as far as possible away from any influence over the government. That is disturbing.
But in other RFK news, the man loves his raw, unpasteurized milk, despite all of the obvious health risks. And it sounds like our country's raw milk policies may shift quite a bit under his leadership.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Here's The Guardian. Mark McAfee, a California raw milk producer whose products have been recalled several times recently due to bird flu contamination, said he has been approached by Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s team to guide the upcoming administration on raw milk policy. McAfee,
Raw milk czar.
McAfee, whose dairy products were recalled after state officials detected bird flu virus in milk samples, said that the transition team for Kennedy, the nominee to lead the Department of Health and Human Services, asked him to apply for a position advising on raw milk policy and standards development. The idea, he told The Guardian, would be to create a raw milk ordinance mirroring the existing federal standard milk ordinance. Kennedy is a notable fan of raw or unpasteurized milk, including McAfee's products. If confirmed, he has said he would work to remove restrictions on raw milk, which the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, have so far advised against consuming.
Well, they're going to be changing their tune real soon.
Get the raw milk. Get it.
It's never been a better time to switch to non-dairy milk.
Please come work for my administration. And also, if you could just answer the question about whether you hear demons.
And
I'm very interested.
And check the box that says you are not horny for me. I have a big problem. Everyone around me is horny for me. You can't use your looks around me.
It continues. Raw milk, which is not heated to kill harmful pathogens, has been linked to the outbreak of bacterial infections, including a strain of E. coli that can cause kidney failure. McAfee's farm has also been involved in several lawsuits stemming from a salmonella outbreak that sickened at least 171 people in California last year. The federal government does not regulate the sale of raw milk. States do, but the FDA prohibits the interstate sale of unpasteurized milk for human consumption. In 2008, McAfee's company pleaded guilty to putting pet food stickers on its raw milk in order to illegally sell it across state lines for human consumption.
Insane.
McAfee and other proponents of raw milk have claimed that it has more beneficial enzymes and diverse probiotics than pasteurized milk. The current FDA and researchers have countered that milk is not, in fact, a significant source of probiotics in the first place, or at least fucking shouldn't be, and that the bacteria found in raw milk, which come through infected udder tissues, or the dairy environment, including soil, cow manure, and milking equipment, are not the kind that benefit our digestive systems. You want probiotics? That's what we have yogurt for. It's safe and it's loaded with them.
We've solved the problem of real milk anyway. We have great alternatives that really do a good job. It's just bizarre at this point not to just chug down the milk of a different animal, but also the raw milk of a different animal. Look, if it weren't for the fact that they could contract viruses that spread to other people, I'd say go nuts.
Yeah, I love with just any of this crank stuff, it just completely ignores like the reasons why pasteurization exists in the first place.
It was a miracle.
Like it treats these like restrictions we have on food as if they're just arbitrary and not there for a very, very good reason.
It's like he has some ideas that I agree with regarding how people's diets should look, I guess. But going in to the government position, just being like, we got to get this raw milk thing handled.
I mean, you give every child in America, no child will be left behind in the quest to pour raw milk down their throats.
It's such a bizarre task to put at the forefront of everything.
Well, the man's got his priorities.
Yeah.
If he's not entirely laser focused on raw milk, his eye starts wandering.
Yeah.
And when you don't want RFK Jr.'s eye to start wandering because there's a good chance he sees a hot young blonde or a dead animal.
That's right.
And that's when things get weird.
Hot lady walks by, just like in a cartoon. She turns into a giant glass of raw milk walking by. And he's like, gotta get a drink of that.
And then he just like floats towards her.
Hello.
Hello, scrumptious.
Hey there. Hey there. I had a worm in my brain.
Hey, you look like you could do a body good. Hey.
Don't tell my wife.
So yeah, very cool. Exciting things are on the horizon for our country and the health of its citizens.
Yeah.
But hey, at least you don't have to worry about raw milk when you order ready-to-eat meals and other nutritious snacks from this episode's sponsor, Factor.
Yeah.
Notice how the days are shorter, but your to-do lists aren't? Power through your busy days with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. From breakfast to dinner and anything in between, Factor has easy, nutritious options to keep you fueled and feeling your best. Whether you like routine or you enjoy mixing things up, Factor has you covered with 35 different delicious meals every week and over 60 additional convenience options you can add to your box like keto cookies, pressed juices, and smoothies. Don't let shorter days slow you down. Stay energized with America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service.
Factor lets you do you. Choose from 6 menu preferences to help you manage calories, maximize protein intake, avoid meat, or simply eat well balanced. Because Factor's meals are chef-prepared and dietitian approved, you're going to love not only how Factor meals taste, but also how they support your goals. And Factor is cheaper than takeout and dining out, so you can put that extra cash that you save towards holiday shopping. Find guilt-free comfort foods like home-style chicken and gravy and loaded mashed potato pork chops, feel-good vegan options like sweet potato and chickpea curry, and globally inspired flavors like Peruvian shrimp and red pepper collie grits.
Stay on your A game with quality ingredients you can trust and quality you can taste in every one of Factor's fresh, never frozen meals. Use your time more efficiently. So important during these dark months. Let Factor take shopping, prepping, cooking, and cleaning up off your daily list of things to do. Head to factormeals.com/50weeklyweird and use code 50weeklyweird to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code 50weeklyweird at factormeals.com/50weeklyweird to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping while your subscription is active.
I just had the Tex-Mex bowl with some cauliflower rice just today. Fantastic. Delicious stuff. This episode, speaking of something I also just did, playing video games earlier today, got these headphones. Guess what? You can have them too. This episode sponsored by Turtle Beach. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and under the tree, a gift was waiting. One that would change every game from then on. Remember what it felt like to unwrap your very first headset? That joy, that thrill of plugging it in and stepping into a whole new world? Give that same experience all over again with the Turtle Beach Gen 3 Stealth 700 headset. This is more than just a gift. It's the ultimate throwback to those holiday mornings spent gaming from dawn to dusk. But this time, it's better. No more tinny mics or muffled sound, just crystal clear audio, immersive surround sound, and an insane 80-hour battery that keeps the fun going long after the Christmas lights come down. Whether it's for the gamer in your life or for you to relive those holiday gaming marathons, Turtle Beach has the cheat code for the best gift of the year. For a limited time only, our listeners get 10% off their entire order when you use code WEEKLYWEIRD at turtlebeach.com. That is 10% off your order at turtlebeach.com with promo code WEEKLYWEIRD. Don't wait. Head to turtlebeach.com to grab your Gen 3 Stealth 700 headset and gift the feeling of Christmas morning all over again. I started playing Marvel Rivals. It's Overwatch with the Marvel characters.
And did the headset up your game?
I could hear those footsteps coming a mile away.
Did the headset randomly run out of batteries in the middle of a key moment?
It has yet to run out of the batteries that I charged for it a couple of days ago, so it's still going strong.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Personal endorsement.
Marvel Rivals, a game. But the headset's great.
And we all have that one friend, not Ricky, whose headset always seems to die right when you're down to the last two teams.
Covered with peanut butter and boogers.
Turtle Beach's Stealth 700 headset has an insane 80-hour battery life with quick charge, so you rarely have to even think about charging it. The Stealth 700 has the industry's first ever cross-play dual wireless transmitter system. That means you can seamlessly switch between your consoles and PC with just the click of a button. And it gets even better. While being connected to your console, the Stealth 700 can connect with your phone for music streaming or taking calls at the same time. Listen to your favorite songs while gaming, all done with the Stealth 700. Turtle Beach doesn't just have amazing headsets though, they've got every gaming accessory you could ever want, and they're all high quality at prices that don't break the bank. From flight and racing simulators to controllers, keyboards, and mice. Turtle Beach is the ultimate gaming cheat code. Get the ultimate immersive gaming experience with Turtle Beach today. For a limited time only, head to turtlebeach.com and use code WEEKLYWEIRD for 10% off your entire order. That's 10% off your order at turtlebeach.com with promo code WEEKLYWEIRD. Don't delay, get the perfect gift now. Happy holidays from Turtle Beach.
All right, now it's time to get into the wildest, weirdest, craziest, stupidest headlines from around the world this week, starting with
a little bit of gamer news.
Yeah.
New report claims gamers spend more time watching videos about gaming than playing games.
This damn younger generation, why don't they learn how to play the games like we used to do instead of watching people play the games because it's cheaper?
I mean, I don't like watching other people play games. I don't see the enjoyment in it at all. which I think is a generational thing because people younger than me, they don't have that problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with like a lot of kids, like they'll watch hours of gameplay of a game before they ever own the game.
Or if they ever own it.
Yeah. I don't get it.
I mean, it's a great way to save money. Just watch someone else play through the game.
I mean...
With these modern games anyway, you're just pressing the button to move the cutscene along.
No, sit down, son. Sit down, child. I'll tell you the best way to save money on gaming. Just have one game that you play over and over again.
Yeah. Civ 5 and Balatro.
Civ 6.
Civ 6 and Balatro.
Yeah. I've had Civ 6 for like almost a decade now, and I recently just started. I'm like, let me look at my Steam achievements. Yeah, there's a few of these I don't have. Yeah. Let's try to get them.
I finally finished every single deck and ante in Balatro. It's 100% complete. Now I'm just working on the challenges. But I will be 100% at that game very soon.
Yeah, that's the best way to save money on gaming is just have one game that you play, and that's it.
Yeah, hyper-focus on one thing.
Yeah. You don't need to watch all the videos and whatnot. That's time you could be spent playing on the one game that you own and play. Right. Yeah. So there you go.
Why I regret using 23andMe. I gave it my DNA just to find out I'm British.
Ew!
This is like when Hank Hill found out he was born in New York City. Oh, no! I can't get my Texas license plate.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. I'm British. This is like...
Hooray.
Yeah, I've never been interested in this DNA shit. Never done it.
Isn't 23andMe currently being sold to the highest bidder?
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like that data, who knows what happens to it? You gave it away, you idiot.
Yeah.
You gave it away so you could find out you're like 1% black and then think you can say the N-word now.
Yeah.
Which is like a lot. That's why a lot of people do it.
This person's like, well, I don't know what else to do. I've bought my family crest from, I got my Scottish land declaration and, well, that's it.
Yeah, I
guess my DNA information belongs to Blackstone now.
It seems like when people do these tests, they're either disappointed that they're like, yeah, you're English, German, and Irish, like fucking half this country, or worse than disappointed, they're mortified to find that they've been living their life as if they're 100% Italian or Irish or something, and they find out that they're not. They're actually a lot less Irish or Italian than they thought, and it causes an identity crisis for them.
Or they find deep, dark secrets about their family.
Or they find out that like their dad isn't really their dad.
Yes.
So yeah, all those things, like everything. I don't know a whole ton about my family history, but I know enough that taking a test like this wouldn't really tell me anything I don't already know.
If there was something important to know, my grandma would have told me before she died.
Yeah, she had her chance.
Yeah.
She blew it.
Mm-hmm.
Man disrupts TV interview about women feeling unsafe in public spaces and refused to leave.
What?
Yeah, British TV.
The British?
British TV news segment where they're interviewing just women about times that men have made them like uncomfortable in public and they've had to like leave the scene.
You know, like right now.
And literally in the middle of this, some dude comes up and sits like on the bench between them and they're like, he's like, what? What's the problem?
I like to have a laugh too.
Yeah, and because it's Britain, they blurred his face. If this was America, they would have left that face up there and they would have found this man immediately.
Yeah, unless he assassinated a healthcare CEO and then they would never find him.
Mm-hmm.
He must, the cops are like,
doesn't look like anything to me.
I guess he must have left the city.
I guess he's gone.
Yeah.
Oh well. Guess he's still on the loose. I'm sure that's the one time he'll do anything like that. It's not like there's any other people in this country who meet the exact same specifications as the person he did murder. So everyone else, come on out. It's safe.
Yep. But if anyone sees him try to jump a subway turnstile, you let us know.
Yeah, we will gun him down.
Yeah, that will be what it takes.
Yeah. Bananas in pajamas kidnapped and held for ransom by mafia.
The real ones?
Yeah.
The real bananas in
pajamas? This show was on in the U.S., right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like Australian, like bananas in pajamas are coming down the stairs.
I don't know. It might have been based somewhere else because that did happen a lot with 80s and 90s television. It was just brought over and then redubbed.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious because I definitely.
I think I was too old for it.
I didn't watch it, but I vaguely recall like hearing the theme song. But I wonder if they dubbed it in American English or left it in the original. Yeah. Anyways, one of the old Bananas actors revealed that when they did a little tour, a press tour, They went to Russia and someone stole the suits.
No.
The mafia stole the suits and held them for ransom.
Yeah.
And they refused to pay. They would not be intimidated. They called back to HQ and they're like, how much did those suits cost to make? And it was like significantly less than what the mafia was asking for. And they're like, okay, we'll just go home then, I guess. I'm not gonna make you go drop off money with the Russian mafia.
Chinese man trapped in well in Thailand for 3 days as villagers mistake cries for help for ghostly sounds.
Yeah, you don't want to fall in a well.
Oh my
In
God.
a superstitious place.
That haunted well is doing all those noises again.
Yeah, they want you to think that's a man in distress, but it's clearly the little girl from the movie The Ring who's going to crawl out very slowly and drag you down there with her.
Could be a guy, could be a ghost. But I know that I'm not getting anywhere near it to find out.
Yeah, I walking by the well, you hear, help, help. I'm like, I don't think so.
That's exactly what a ghost
I
would say.
don't think so, buddy. In fact, I'm going to tell everyone else in town, don't listen to the well.
Yeah.
Don't even look down it.
We got a haunted well over there. Don't go near it.
There's a ghost in that well with a Chinese accent.
Mm-hmm.
Not even just a ghost, it's a foreign ghost. Not even
Thus proving that ghosts are real and they are from our plane of existence.
That's right.
They have different accents and languages.
We don't want anything to do with that. So we'll just wait it out.
You know what? We'll just seal it up.
But I guess some snitch in the community was like, maybe it is a person.
They probably.
There's one in every horror movie.
They probably flew a drone over it just to be safe. Let's let the robot do this dangerous work.
Yeah, maybe they called the Ghostbusters.
That's
the
right.
Thai version of the Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
$4 million Connecticut mansion burns down after residents fry turkey in garage on Thanksgiving.
Well, can someone pull the turkey out of the freezer? I think it's just about rock solid.
Nice and tough.
And make sure we do this inside so that when it does inevitably explode, the grease goes everywhere and immediately
hold that
engulfs.
turkey with your hands and walk right over and just drop it in.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it sounds like there were no skin burns, which is what would happen if you dropped an ice cold turkey in a deep fryer. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But this is kind of wild because people have been deep frying these turkeys for years. We've seen so many local news clips and government agency clips of like what happens if you do this wrong.
This is such a widespread, horrific issue that we need to come out and let the consumer know you can't do it this way or you will risk bodily harm.
Even if you don't even if the turkey is fully thawed, even if you're safe about adding the turkey to the fryer, you can't do it indoors because flames can and will.
No, Elliot. You don't understand. I was operating in the mysterious place between indoors and outdoors known as the garage.
The garage. I don't consider the garage indoors.
Not exactly indoors.
It's only, if I press this button, there's only 3 walls. How could that be indoors? Yeah, and obviously money doesn't buy sense. $4 million home. Based on the pictures of it, fully engulfed in flames, looks like it was a really nice house, but they couldn't be bothered to go out in the driveway because, Connecticut in late November, a little bit chilly.
Well, no one's complaining about the heat now.
Yeah.
Plenty of heat to go around.
Nice and warm. Real hot Thanksgiving. Great job.
Pet crocodile dies after being tossed into Alaska snow during argument between brothers over anime, troopers say. Okay, lots of questions. Pet crocodile. In Alaska.
Yeah, it's already weird to have a pet crocodile, but a pet crocodile in like one of the coldest fucking places in the country.
It would die if it went outside at all.
Well, I mean, I guess that's a great way of making sure your crocodile never tries to escape.
Yeah.
It gets 1 foot out the door and it's like, nope, I'm going back inside where it's nice and warm. But it must have been a very heated argument over anime to result in one of them killing the other's crocodile. I don't know enough about anime to speculate, but maybe you guys can put in the comments what kind of anime argument, a specific argument, would cause this kind of
it's gotta be pretty
kind of bitter hatred between two otherwise loving individuals.
Subs or dubs?
I mean, that's like the most basic one, but I don't think anyone's like killing each other's pets over subs versus dubs. Yeah. It's probably something way more niche, way more esoteric.
Let us know.
Liquid Death and Depend unveil pit diaper.
So you don't have to brave those long bathroom lines at your favorite music festival or venue.
Yeah, I mean, you spend all that hard work getting to the front of the show so you can get in the pit, and then you're like, oh, geez, I've pounded 6 liquid deaths in the past hour.
Yeah.
My bladder is full. Oh, God, but I have to give up my spot in the pit. Not anymore. Just piss your pants.
No, you see, there's proper etiquette, Elliot. You turn to everyone around you and you say, "Excuse me, I need a bio break," and then they give you a bathroom pass, and then you leave to go use the bathroom, and then during the song, you walk back and you show every single person on the way back to the front that you have your pass, that you were actually up there, and you need to get back.
Yeah.
Or you could just piss yourself in the pit.
You could. I mean, I've seen videos of dudes pissing in the pit.
Yeah.
It's not cool.
They're going to sell a lot of these coming up real soon for New Year's Eve at Times Square.
I mean, I don't think the people are just going to buy the normal Depends. Yeah. They don't need the special Liquid Death Leather Daddy version.
My diaper's got a skull on it. Pretty cool, huh? This isn't your regular diaper. No. This is a diaper for cool big boys.
It's a cool diaper, and it's not gay.
This is like the big dick toilet. You got to make the necessary, eventually necessary products.
Big dick diaper.
Yeah, you got to make them cool.
XL. I'm gonna Magnum diapers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I may be incontinent, but I'm still hanging dong over here.
Yeah.
I'm only incontinent when it comes to piss.
Yeah.
I can still control my cum.
Ladies. Well, anyways, speaking of drinks and marketing, Miller High Life is making a cologne that it says smells like a dive bar.
I mean, this almost appeals to me at this point. I haven't been in a dive bar for so long. I kind of miss it. It would bring back so many memories from my 20s that I've probably forgotten.
Mold
just off the
and
smell.
Tobacco and rotting beer.
Yeah, yeah. That smell is, as we learned on Bar Rescue, that smell is just the taps not being cleaned for long periods of time.
Yeah. And now they've distilled it into a delicious smelling cologne.
Mm-hmm. Well, if your dad left for cigarettes many years ago and never came back, you can get this cologne and spray it around the room. And it's like he's there again.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a good room freshener.
Yeah. Room defreshener. This house is too clean. People are gonna think I'm.
Was someone's dad just here?
People are gonna think I'm like OCD. This house smells amazing. Mm-hmm. Get me the dive bar smell so I can seem more humble than I am. Yeah. Canada man jumps on polar bear to defend wife from attack.
Damn.
The ultimate wife guy.
Yeah, she chose the bear, and the guy was like, "Nuh-uh."
I choose the bear. Step aside, wife. I mean, listen, all the wives watching out there, I want you to turn to your husband right now and pitch that situation to him. Say, we're walking out of the house. There's a polar bear in Canadian winter in the driveway, and it's coming for me, the wife. What do you, the husband, do?
I take the shark every time.
It's a crazy move. These bears are dangerous.
Yeah, it's one of the most dangerous animals on the planet.
Like, polar bears are even bigger than grizzly bears, and even more dangerous. They are not one to be fucked with. And it's pretty wild to just be like, no, I will personally fight this polar bear because I love my wife that much. I will risk death, and he lived. He got fucked up, obviously, but he'll live, and now he gets to hold this over his wife's head for the rest of their lives.
I was gonna say she might wish that she's dead soon enough because she's never gonna hear the end of it.
I wish the bear had won.
All this gloating and walking around telling the whole town.
Yeah, they finished their dinner, and he's got his dirty plate, and he's just like,
well, not gonna clean itself, is it?
Okay. I
wrestled a bear.
I guess the guy who fought a bear to save your life will do the dishes tonight instead of the person whose life was saved.
Yeah,
I suppose. I guess it's my fault.
It would be funny if this guy was a total piece of shit in every other aspect.
That would be hellish. If you were literally like on the verge of divorce, like things have fallen apart. There's no repairing this marriage, and then your soon-to-be ex-husband literally saves your life.
At that point, I would think it was a setup.
Yeah. Well, do we know that it was a polar bear and not a guy in a bear costume?
Could be.
A lot of people are doing that these days.
Yeah.
A lot of fake bears out there.
You don't know anymore.
That would be brilliant. West Virginia could have 4 different governors in 2025. Here's
why.
why.
We'll get confusing or stupid or
it's already a confusing, stupid, pointless place.
I'll just continue never thinking about West Virginia.
Well, I'm going to make you think about him right now. So, West Virginia Governor Jim Justice, the guy with the big fat bulldog that he likes bringing on stage, he is currently the governor until January, but he also just won a Senate seat. The Senate gets sworn in early January, but the new governor of West Virginia doesn't get sworn in until mid-January. So you got these two guys, and then in between, in the dead zone, usually you would have the president of the West Virginia Senate fill in for the job, but the guy who is currently the president of the West Virginia Senate lost the election. And so for like a couple days after Jim Justice leaves the governorship, the old Senate president will fill the role, but then the new state Senate term in West Virginia comes up and he leaves, and the new West Virginia state senator becomes the temporary governor for a couple days until the new governor becomes the governor.
I'm going to tell you what
4 governors in like 2 weeks.
What every person in West Virginia would say to someone explaining that. Okay, well, how much is gas going to cost? What do I care? Big Justice, the kid with the
Big
Costco?
Justice, he's my governor. That's awesome.
I don't give a shit. It was an egg.
I give that 3 booms.
How many booms for an egg? Just tell me what I need to know.
Governor Big Justice. That's going to be reality someday.
I mean, maybe President Rizzler.
Yeah.
Be a hell of a portrait.
Yeah. Anyway, that's our episode.
That's it for the episode. Make sure you buy these toys.
Get a toy.
You only got like 4 or 5 days left. I bought mine today. I actually bought my own toy.
I need to buy a whole truckload of them.
Yeah, we're going to control the supply.
You know, there's people watching who are going to be like, oh, geez, I didn't get them. I'm like, well, guess what? I got a trunk full of them, but it's not going to become cheap.
No,
so don't be one of those victims that I victimize.
Triple the price.
Get your own Monitor Buddy.
Buy these.
Buy several of them.
Yeah, sure.
We would never promote a crypto scheme, but if you buy, like, the more Monitor Buddies you buy, the more you can then sell to other people in a sort of pyramid scheme of Monitor Buddies.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of money to be made.
Yeah.
You buy a closet full of these, you hire a bunch of salespeople, they can then hire other salespeople.
The phase guy that explained a pyramid scheme?
No, it's not a pyramid scheme.
It's just exactly that. Anyways,
no, just buy as many as you want. They're not on sale for much longer. It's like less than a week.
I mean, you got Elf on a shelf. Why don't you put us on your monitor?
Yeah.
We're gonna watch you the same way, judging.
Yeah.
All right. Well, please buy those. We would really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Make sure you like the video. Take a second right now. Find that like button.
Press the button.
Click
it's
the
easy
like
to
button.
find.
Leave a comment. Reply to a comment. Argue about anime. Do whatever you want. Make sure you're subscribed, and we will see you very soon. But have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.